Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Gorgeous Gold. I'd just first like to begin by saying thank you so much to everybody who's supported me. I love you and I appreciate you. I'm very, very grateful for you. If you're new to this channel and this message resonates, then please hit that subscribe button. Guys, be sure to check out my Divine Feminine reading, the message to Divine Feminine, and also my Divine Soulmate relationship reading. So check those two out. Also check out any other element videos. This video is meant for Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. This is meant for Sun, Moon, and Rising, and it is also a general reading, so just take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and it can apply to any area of your life. We're going to go ahead and get started. I would like to ask the universe to place a bubble around me and anyone tuning into this video. Fill that bubble with bright white lights, 3 golden rings, and violet flames. May it shine so bright that nothing negative may ever attach. Guys, I actually pulled some oracle cards for your theme of the week. I know this isn't how I normally do it, but I was called to do it, so we're just going to go with it. The first card that came out was discontent. So Earth signs, I feel like you've kind of been in a space, and honestly, it's been for quite some time now. You've been in a space and you're just now moving out of this space of feeling discontent with your life. You're feeling like everyone that's surrounding you has been wearing masks, or that you kind of just didn't fit into this world or fit into the places that you've gone. You were feeling unhappy within your relationships. You were feeling unhappy within your friendships. You were feeling unhappy with yourself. You were feeling unhappy with your house. You're feeling just unhappy, sitting in a space of feeling like things are never going to get better, like this is just what life is and you have no control over it, and just feeling like you didn't want to do it anymore. Nothing was making you happy. I know that you're moving out of this energy this week because the death card follows that. So what I feel with death is that this old discontent part of yourself is falling away. You're starting to realize that certain things played out the way that they did so that you were able to, sorry about that, I got a message actually from my earth sign friend, but that's irrelevant. Things played out the way that they did so that you were able to make things happen and move in a different way. You were headed down a path that did not serve you, and you were headed down a path of, what is the word I'm looking for? Kind of like a path of destruction. So the universe was forced to step in and kind of move you towards a different path. And that is why you started to feel discontent with your job, or discontent with certain relationships or certain friendships, because it was honestly time for you to release those things and to let them go. They no longer served you and they didn't feel well. And if the universe didn't start to make you feel discontent and unhappy with them, you would have continued to sit in that same exact space. So the reason that you started to feel discontent was because it was time for death to make its arrival. It was time for transformation. It was time for you to awaken to a new person and awaken to a new portion of the journey. And this week you're going to be experiencing major shifts, and we end the week off on Saturday with a full moon. So it's very, very beautiful, very, very beautiful that this is all happening at this time. Remember, most of the time we feel discontent, it's a trigger. It's things within us that need to be healed, things within us that need to be shaken up, things that within us that no longer resonate. So we start to feel unhappy with things that we once loved, with people that we once loved, with situations that we once loved, states, place, like whatever it is for you, homes. You start to feel discontent, you start to feel restless because it no longer resonates with you. We are constantly evolving as people, and the discontent is just representing things that need to transform, things that are needing a reboost, and things that are needing to be revitalized, so to speak. So you're moving now in a space of peace. And it sounds so weird because it's literally like you're in the middle of a storm, but I feel like this week you're finding peace within the storm. You're finding beauty within this disaster that's around you. So you're in the eye of a tornado, watching your entire life reboot right in front of your eyes. Like you're watching this funnel cloud spin all of this stuff around, but you found peace because now this week you're realizing that it had to go. You're realizing that this all happened for a divine reason. And it's a reason beyond your control. There are things within you there were things that had to take place and that needed to be shaken up that you didn't know needed to happen, and the universe stepped in and made them happen. Because if you were still in charge, you would be aligning with things that no longer resonated. The theme of your week is the pleasure. It is the center focus. So you are remembering, and you are also having experiences this week that bring you pleasure. You are remembering life's little pleasures. You're literally going to step outside. I just told water signs this. You're looking at flowers again. You're remembering certain friendships that do enlighten you, and remembering the beauty that has kept you around and the beauty that's surrounding you. You're reminding yourself of the blessings that you have received over this past couple months, over this last year. You're reminding yourself that not everything is bad. Yes, there were things that made you feel discontent. Yes, there were things that made you feel like you no longer resonated in this place or in this space, but there were also things that brought you pleasure. There were also so many relationships and friends and family members and food and circumstances that brought you pleasure. And so I feel like this week, those things are starting to come back into your energy field, and you're remembering, hey, everything is not that bad. I'm in alignment with so many beautiful things, and although it's sometimes hard to see those when I'm facing this storm, I'm remembering now that just last year, I was not in this space. Just last year, I wasn't able to sit here and say the things that I can say right now. Just last year, I didn't have, a good job, or I didn't have friends that I could trust, or I didn't have a home of my, I didn't have, you didn't have what you have right now, even if it doesn't look like that. Just last year, look at yourself and take inventory of the things that have changed, in the ways that you have grown, in the areas of your life that you have risen above your circumstances and above what others have expected of you and above what you've expected of yourself. Remind yourself that pleasure is all around you. Pleasure is what you make it. And it is a beautiful thing to have in this world. It really, really is. Restriction comes out. You guys have been keeping yourselves trapped in a mental jail. You guys have been keeping yourselves trapped in a spiritual jail. You've been keeping yourself trapped in circumstances and in situations that were only meant to teach you things. And because of that, that is why you were feeling discontent. You weren't feeling happy with your financial situation or your family situation or your home life, nothing, because you were remaining trapped. It was all in your mind. To be honest, our perception creates our reality. So if your perception sees this, then that is all you will ever have, is discontent. And you're freeing yourself this week. The angels and yourself, your higher self, is coming down to free you from that mental restriction. It is coming down to let you know everything is not bad. You have worked so hard to obtain this sense of peace. Do not allow it to be destroyed by... Do not allow it to be destroyed by negative thoughts, fears, wounds, triggering, things that cannot be changed. The fact of the matter is, we all have to go through dark nights. We all have to heal. We all have to shake ourselves up at the core, and we all have to remove things and people and places and situations. Everyone goes through experiences. Everyone has been the victim in their lives. Everyone has experienced something. No one person's story is more tragic than the others, because it's all in our perception. But if you keep yourself trapped in a mental jail, replaying the same situations over and over again, making yourself a victim of life circumstances, then that is all you will have. And that is all you continue to have and continue to attract. But you're better than that, Earth signs. You're starting to free yourself. You're starting to realize and remember, this is not who I am. This is not where I'm staying. This is not who I want to be. I have things going towards me, and I'm moving towards things that I've never known before. And I have things right now that I've never known before. That is your key to freeing yourself from this mental restriction. Gratitude. Looking around and seeing the areas of your life that have improved instead of looking at the areas of your life that have not improved. It is letting go of those expectations that you set for yourself that you didn't reach, and saying, oh, I'm a failure because I had these goals and I didn't reach them. So sorry about that. I received a phone call, but we were talking about the pleasure. So you're going to be finding the pleasure back into the situations, into your life, into all the areas of your life. You're going to be rediscovering that. You're going to be freeing yourself from the mental restrictions. And last but not least, we have the leadership card. So, Earth signs, I feel like you're taking charge of your life again. You're realizing the areas of your life where you may have been feeling powerless. You're seeing now this week that, you know what, I'm not powerless. I actually have the ability to move differently. I have the ability to change my circumstances. I have the ability to do something different than I've ever done before. And I'm taking charge of that. And I'm going to move differently. I'm doing things that are in more alignment with me than I ever have before. And I'm not going to be afraid of that. I love to see this reading for your Earth signs. I also feel like you're going to be leading by example in your life as far as other people go. Other people are going to see that you freed yourself from the mental restriction and that you freed yourself from feeling discontent or feeling ungrateful or feeling less than. And then you're going to start behaving in a way that symbolizes that. Behaving in a way that leads you towards new and fulfilling places and ideas and thoughts. Clarity for the... Ooh, that is way too many cards. So, clarifying the discontent card was the Four of Cups that I just showed you. What is clarifying the Death card? Clarifying the Death card is the Father of Cups. Wow. All these emotional cards already. Clarity for the Pleasure card. What is the card? The Son of Swords. Clarity for the Restriction card. That is way too many cards. Clarity for the Restriction card. Clarity for the Restriction card. The Son of Pentacles. Clarity for the Leadership card. The Father of Swords. Wow, Earth signs. Okay. Clarifying the discontent card is the Four of Cups. So it is like I said, you've been stuck in this energy of feeling lack, feeling less than, feeling like you're not good enough, not being grateful for the things that you have in your life. And it's bringing you into the Four of Cups. The more you fall into discontent and feeling like things are not working in your favor and that nothing that you want is coming into your life, that is the more that is what you attract. You continue to block the abundance that you have coming in because you're not being grateful and you're not focusing on the things that you're trying to manifest, as opposed to you're alternatively focusing on the things that you haven't manifested, focusing on the areas of your life that haven't improved or that aren't exactly the way that you want them to look. Now you're being called at this time in this week. You're going to be shaken up and you're going to realize there's going to be an aha moment where you're like, I have been the one blocking my intuition. Yes, life circumstances have been difficult, but I am the one that is in charge of the way that I react to things. I am the one that is in charge of the way that I move in this world. I am the one that is in charge of the way that I behave and the way that I create and the way that I manifest and the way that I sleep. Like, you are in charge of yourself above anything else, and other people and situations outside of yourself have left you feeling discontent, have left you feeling ungrateful, have left you feeling empty, have left you feeling drained. You're taking your power back, Earth signs. You are reclaiming that power. You really are. Clarifying the Death card is the Father of Cups. What this card is saying is that with this transformation that is coming in, with this revival of a new self and releasing those old mindsets and just thoughts of not being enough and the thoughts of lack and the thoughts of ungratefulness. That's literally the main word that comes to me. The thoughts of ungratefulness and the low vibrational thoughts that have kept you trapped. With the death of those comes the Father of Cups. You're getting back into into self-care and self-love and taking care of your own emotions and being the King of Cups, being the person that stands firmly in your emotional fulfillment and being the person that seeks things that are emotionally fulfilling to you, regardless of what others may say, regardless of outside circumstances, regardless of the sadness you may feel or the depression or the anger or the grief. You're fighting through it and you are getting in charge of your emotions again. You are learning how to balance your emotions. You are learning outlets. You're creating outlets. You are finding new ways to channel that emotion, to channel that energy. And honestly, this Father of Cups is what is contributing to this death. By you learning how to channel your emotions and remove yourself from certain heartbreaking situations and remove yourself from certain things that are keeping you down and out, you are creating emotional stability. You are creating a life that is more in alignment with you and who you are trying to be and what you are trying to accomplish and the things that you are working towards. The Pleasure card is clarified by the Son of Swords. I feel that as you continue, with this being your main focus throughout the week, as you continue to rebuild yourself back up and regain your power and regain your sense of gratitude and your sense of peace, you are moving towards your truth because you realize, you know what? I see why I fell in this discontent. I see why I went into this Four of Cups, because I stopped doing things that feel good for me. I started acting upon others' needs again. I started doing things that were out of alignment with the growth that I'm trying to make. I started to fall victim to the victim mentality and that victim consciousness. I started to fall back into poverty consciousness and realizing that I was focusing on lack. Now you are realizing your truth and realizing that you needed to awaken to this pleasure in your life. You needed to awaken to the good things. You needed to remember all of the things that you're grateful for so that you can act in a way that shows and demonstrates those things. You're moving towards your highest truth and towards what serves you and what feels good for you. And you're aligning with the beauty of the world by doing so. And the more you step into alignment like that, guys, the more you attract beautiful, pleasure-filled experiences and things with different people. It's such a beautiful and peaceful and freeing feeling to get back into this state, to get back into a flow of things. And if you've never been in this space, you're going to feel more peace than you've ever felt in your life. I'm not promising you that things will not get hard and that this kind of energy won't creep back in. But I feel with you getting into that King of Cups and learning how to channel that energy, when it does creep back in, you're going to have outlets to pull yourself back out of it quicker, easier, swifter. Like, you're going to know how to handle certain situations and how to maneuver through life's difficult days and maneuver through life's challenges in a peaceful and beautiful way. Such abundance and such beauty. Restriction is clarified by the Son of Pentacles. Guys, do not mind me. This is my 5th reading today, so I'm like, I'm done. This is my last one. But the Son of Pentacles clarifying the restriction card. Guys, freeing your mind is going to allow you to manifest your life. It is going to allow you to manifest those things that you have been working and wanting. You're going to realize, like, what visions of yours were created by society standards or outdated beliefs that you carried, and what visions are you trying to create right now? What visions are aligned with your highest good? What visions are aligned with the intuition that you have now? What visions are you wanting and hoping and praying for at this exact moment? What do you want from this lifetime? What do you want to call in? What do you want to release? What do you want for yourself? You're no longer going to create visions based on everybody's ideas and what everybody else says. You're regaining and reclaiming your power, reclaiming your light. Literally moving towards your intuition, moving towards those things that are going to bring you that utmost, highest fulfillment, moving towards those things that are going to fill your cup beyond belief, moving towards those things that are going to enlighten your path and allow you to flow with ease rather than always feel like you're going against the current. You are freeing yourself of mental restriction, which is allowing you to flow through life in an easier way. You're no longer going to feel like you're fighting life. You're going to feel like you are living it. Earth signs, and you deserve this. You really do. You've gone through so much, as we all have. But this is about you freeing yourself from that victim consciousness, from that poverty consciousness, from those limiting mindsets, limiting people, limiting experiences. This is about freeing yourself so that you can truly stand in your power and manifest from a place of high vibrational love and light. This is it. This really is it, Earth signs. This is what you've been waiting for. Now is the time for you to ultimately move differently and to heal yourself. Last but not least, leadership is clarified by the Father of Swords. And why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? This is the King of Swords in traditional tarot. Guys, you are literally standing in your truth so firm that nothing or nobody is going to detour you from taking the lead in your own life. You've seen the outcome of sitting back and writing passenger in your life. You've seen the outcome of not following your heart and not following your intuition. You've seen the outcome of trusting others before trusting yourself. And because of those things, because of those lessons, because of the situations that you found yourself in, you're reclaiming your power and you're moving in a way that is enlightening to you, in a way that you're guiding others. You're no longer going to be a follower when you were born to be a leader. You are no longer going to allow somebody else to step in and tell you what does and does not serve you, what does and does not need to be in your life, what you need and what you don't need. You're standing in your own power and you're taking the lead. You really are. I love this reading, Earth signs. You guys are moving ahead and moving up in this world, and you have a lot to be grateful for, a lot of blessings. It's just about seeing the beauty within the struggle. So I'm going to pull a medicine card for us, and then we will do a 1-minute guided meditation. We're not using a frequency today. This is a blank card, so whatever animals or people, places, whatever situation has been guiding you over this week, you need to pay attention to that intuition and you need to fill in the blanks and realize what they're trying to say. It's important for you to get in touch with yourself, but we're going to actually get you another card because of that. One more medicine card for my Earth signs, please. Oh wow, owl. This is one of my spirit animals. I love owls so much. They're literally one of my favorite animals in the entire world. Okay. Owl medicine is symbolically associated with clairvoyance, astral projection, and magic, both black and white. Owl is called night eagle on several medicine wheels used by Amerindian teachers. Traditionally, owl sits in the east, the place of illumination, Since time immemorial, humanity has been afraid of the night, the dark, and the unseen, waiting fearfully for the first crack of morning light. Conversely, night is owl's friend. Owl hunts its prey at night. Not only can owl see in the dark, it can also accurately pinpoint and identify any sound. This gives it a great advantage when seeking food. Owls are the night hunters. Some native people are fearful of owl and call its feathers deceiver feathers. An owl feather is silent. You cannot hear owl when it flies, but its prey definitely knows when it strikes, for its beaks and talons are razor sharp. Owl is oftentimes the medicine of sorcerers and witches. If owl is your medicine, you will be drawn to magical practices and perhaps explore the dark arts. You should resist any temptation to practice black magic or any art that takes energy away from another person or being. If you have owl medicine, these night birds will have a tendency to collect around you, even in the daytime, because they recognize a kinship with you. Is it in any wonder that in many cultures, owl is a symbol for wisdom? This is because owl can see that which others cannot, which is the essence of true wisdom. Where others are deceived, owls see and know what is there. Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, had a companion owl on her shoulder, which revealed unseen truths to her. Owl had the ability to light up Athena's blind side, enabling her to speak the whole truth, as opposed to only a half of the truth. If owl is your personal medicine, no one can deceive you about what they are doing, no matter how they try to disguise or hide it from you. You may be a little frightening to be around, since so many people have ulterior motives which you see right through. If you are unaware of your medicine power, you may take your keen insights and abilities for granted. Others never do. You may frighten them and reflect their blindness, for you cannot be fooled. Owl medicine people know more about an individual's inner life than that person knows about herself or himself. If you have pulled the owl card, you are being asked to use your powers of keen, silent observation to intuit some life situation. Owl is befriending you, aiding you in seeing the whole truth. Owl can bring you messages in the night through dreams or meditation. Pay attention to the signals and omens. The truth always brings further enlightenment. All right, Earth signs, we are going to begin our 1-minute meditation, so please get in your positions, and we're going to go ahead and get started. In, 1, 2, 3. Out, 1, 2, 3. 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 You are love and you are peace. You are breathing in security. You are breathing in faith. You are breathing in trust. You are exhaling fear, negative energy, worry, and doubt. With much love, namaste.